Americanness for tonight.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah!
Afternoon. I'm so tall. Oh man, I'm always tall. I'm looking my best because I really don't want to. No, because I don't want to hold it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hold it. I have to put my fist up. You know, can't be holding nothing. All right, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Woo-hoo!
Yeah!
So glad y'all are here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is the original cause, BlackAmericanness. It's not really spoken word, it's just my heart. My name is Tiana. I'm an Army brat, raised most of my life in South Bend, Indiana. I am an educator turned education activist that advocates for children's rights to access education in a bias-free, harassment-free, judgment-free, and violent-free environment, especially the rights of the invisible Black child, the child that continues to be unseen, unheard, and misunderstood in our American society. I am here because it is my mission to ensure every child has the mental, spiritual, and physical conditions they need to realize their fullest human potential. And it's humans like many in this room today that understand the magnitude of this mission and what it will take to reach the change we all hope to see. I am an Army brat, and I survived abandonment, rejection, physical abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, self-doubt, and many people that have let me down. I am learning through all of this that the power of my life is vast, and I will set the example for others on how to be inclusive, since no one set the example for me. The illusion of inclusion is real, and we must make inclusion a reality, not an illusion. As a Black American, mixed with, on my paternal side, Indigenous, French, and Haitian blood, on my maternal side, Indigenous, Irish, and West African blood, I am fortunate to be disabled with BlackAmericanness. Just like any other disability, due to our physical condition of being melanated from America, there are barriers that have been persistent and ignored by the masses that attempt to stunt my human potential and growth, and others' human potential and growth that are enculturated with BlackAmericanness like me. Let's be honest, we are victims. We were victims, and in many ways, we still are victims. A victim is a person harmed, injured, or oppressed as a result of actions, systems, or conditions imposed and enabled by others. So my wonder is, how can we reconcile past harms to create a better future for Black Americans and our fellow neighbors from varying backgrounds? I know I want a better today and tomorrow, and many people I know want a better today and tomorrow, where there are no victims of oppression. First and foremost, a boundary must be set. I realized that once I accepted the reality that we are victims, then I committed to setting the boundary that I will fight against systemic racism, against BlackAmericanness until my last breath.
Yeah!
I have come to realize that the past will always seep into the present until it is reconciled. We cannot experience harmony unless we address harm.
Yes.
The harm that was and is being committed on the Black American body. I'm fighting for child safety and human rights in Indiana by holding everyone accountable to the original cause of this harm. Colonization, capitalism, and the core issue, systemic racism against Black Americans. Yes. Addressing systemic racism is not the same as firing a racist cop or punishing some other individual for racist transgression.
Yes.
It is also not the same as blaming slavery or history for the continuation of racial discrimination. It would require a full accounting of myriad ways that racial discrimination factors in and shapes the daily lives of Black Americans, rich, working class, and poor. And secondly, it would require a massive, I want this part, a massive redistribution of wealth.
Yes.
Can I get my reparations, please?
Reparations first.
It would require a massive redistribution of wealth and resources to undo the continuing damage. I know, once we reconcile with the original cause, systemic racism against Black Americanness, humanity's well-being will flow with peace, love, and harmony, fully recognizing the dignity of all life, where all children are seen, heard, and understood. To end my words, in memory of one of my middle school students, and I will tell you, Abdul was also one of my students. He was my first student that I lost to gun violence, and since him, I can't even keep track anymore. It's really freaking sad. To end my words, in memory of one of my middle school students, Isaiah Walton Davis,
Isaiah.
a 20-year-old Black American young man tragically killed by another Black American young man in July of 2024 due to the criminal system's failure to implement its own procedures and policies. From your best friend Jade, she says, I miss him and how loved he still is. I tell him how proud I am of him and that if I could, I would trade places with him. From your boy Jay, he says, I love you so much and how the world truly isn't the same without you, and I miss him. And from your guy, Terrion, let's rock the world with our music. Thank you.